everybody, and welcome once again to the Brookport Best Friends podcast here in sunny, beautiful Brookport, Illinois. I am your host, Brian, and with me as always is Brad.
What's up?
And we will be talking for the next 2 hours about whatever pops into our heads. And it's been quite a week. It's been sort of hot, and it just cooled off today, so that's nice.
Thank goodness.
And we had a little bit of this and that go on, nothing too important. How was y'all's week?
Who's you all?
I don't know.
I thought you were talking to the audience still.
Everybody. I'm talking to everybody.
Everybody chime in. No, my week sucked, but just work. That's all it is. Just work. And I think that's everybody's thing in life. If it sucks, it's usually related to work.
Yeah.
No matter who you are.
Yeah, work is the one thing no one wants to do, but everyone gets mad at you when you stop doing it. I've never heard of a more screwed up mentality than that. It's like those people that are always like, you just want to get paid to do nothing. I'm always like, did you ever play the lottery? Yeah. Then you wanted to get paid to do nothing too.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, well, you're just mad because I did it. That's all you're mad about.
Man, I used to fantasize all the time about what I would do if I did win the lottery.
Oh, I still do it to this day.
Same here. I'll be just blanked out at work, just not paying attention to nothing. Be like, if I made, well, let's just throw a number out here, 500 million off of the lottery.
Yeah.
What would I do?
Oh my God. Like, yeah, I have that too, but I usually be like, I'm one of those people that likes to store for winter above and beyond what I need for winter. So I'm always like, well, I need at least $1 billion because then they'd never pester me again.
I try to live within the means of, you could win $1 billion. I think one of the Mega Millions or Powerball got up to $1 billion, but you only get, half of that after taxes.
Yeah, you get 495 million, which is a lot of money still, but it's like, man, like over 60% of your $1 billion got taken in taxes. Like, what are they taxing here? It was taxed when you bought the ticket, and now it's taxed after you win too. So,
yeah, I don't get the tax system because you work and they tax the money that you work for.
Yeah.
And then when you go buy something,
they tax that.
Yep. It just, too many fingers and too many pockets of mine.
Yeah.
And I want them out. Yeah,
no shit. It's like they tax you when you make money. They tax you when you spend money. They tax you when you don't spend money.
Hey, you got this house. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay us every year to live there.
Yeah. They're like, oh, did you pay it off early? Well, we got to charge you. It's like, well, then why did I pay off early? So you were trying to get out of paying us. It's stupid.
That's how I felt about property tax. It was basically rent.
Yeah.
You're paying the government rent.
Yes. Yeah. Everyone that's like America's land of the free, it's like you don't own anything. You are literally renting everything from the government. And the moment you stop paying, they're going to take it from you. Property tax, income tax, luxury tax. So if you make enough money to where it doesn't matter anymore, they're going to tax you even more.
Isn't there also a thing called a death tax?
Yeah, they tax you when you die. They tax your family if they inherit anything from
inheritance tax. Yep.
Yeah, it is just you're not free. You're just renting the ability to call yourself free.
Well, who was it? Oh crap! Not the WHO. It's one of them organizations that meets every year in like Davos or whatever.
I have no idea.
And they have that guy that looks like Dr. Evil with the accent. And he's like,
oh yeah,
you will own nothing. Yeah. And you will be happy.
You will live in the pod and you will eat the bugs. But he's not German. He's of a chosen group of people.
Oh crap! That's gonna bug me again. I gotta figure out what.
I know who you're talking about. He dresses like a supervillain and has a bald head.
He looks like Dr. Evil.
Yeah, it's always strange that they're always like, "Oh my God, cattle is just farting too much, and it's causing environmental change. So we need to all gather up in private jets and fly halfway around the world to talk about it. It's like, man, their one trip on that private jet is more fuel and methane into the ozone than a million cows farting all at the same time for a day straight.
Yep.
And they fly everywhere. Like Taylor Swift flied to Chicago to have ice cream. Bitch, Baskin Robbins is down the road. I don't know why you need to fly everywhere. You skinny ass. I mean, she looks like a 2x4 in a wig. I hate that bitch. Let me just get that off my chest. I hate her. Her music's mediocre. Her looks mediocre.
Her ticket prices though are insane.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's like her decision.
I don't know. She's making money off of it.
She's the puppet.
I'm sure that $1 billion she got off them ticket sales, she was like, you know what? This isn't fair. Let's give it back. No. She said, oh, these idiots will pay to watch me lip sync freaking all my horrible songs that were written by someone else.
Yeah, written by someone else.
Yeah.
There's the thing right
Yeah,
there.
I could write those songs. I write songs all the time. Someone pay me $1 billion to write a song for them.
There for a while, it seemed like all of her songs had to do with breaking up with somebody.
Yeah.
So I guess those were her songs, and then the rest of the album is co-written by a ghostwriter.
I don't know. I hate pop. Oh, well, I love 80s pop music. That's like my favorite kind of pop music. But other than that, like I don't listen to anything modern.
It felt more authentic for some reason. And
Yeah.
It's like after the mid 90s to early 2000s, it seems like it gets saturated with, like we were talking about before, industry plants.
Yeah, I'm nearly 100% sure that 99% of the rap industry was an industry plant that cropped up overnight, because ain't no one was like you look at Tupac, and I'm sure someone's gonna get butthurt, but I'm sorry, but Tupac was a very effeminate homosexual man, and he's suddenly in thug music. He just appears out of fucking nowhere, because I know you didn't hear about him up until he got shot. No one fucking heard about the motherfucker until he got shot. Him or Biggie. I mean, there might have been a few, but like it wasn't like it was wide, like school wide. It just appeared overnight as like, oh man, this is kind of good. When's he gonna come here? Oh, he's dead.
All I knew is he had that not Wild West.
That's Will Smith.
California Love.
Yeah, not Snoop.
California Love. I think that's
Snoop. I think. And maybe I'm wrong.
I'm gonna disagree.
Yeah, I am wrong. That is, yeah, I don't. It was one of them too. But man,
that's all I knew.
You watch videos of like old Tupac before he got into like thug music or whatever, the entire thing of it, and he looks like the most sweetest young boy. He's like in like a button-up shirt, and he's like, everyone calls me a playboy because I like to goof around. It's like this motherfucker's Carlton from Will Smith.
Oh, did you see Dr. Dre's look before he became into the gangster rap thing? And he was like in like looked like straight out of the 70s disco era is what he was dressing up like. And then all of a sudden this persona became a thing, and they were trying to sell life from the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So then all these guys, the record companies start picking them up and giving them, I think, false identities and fake backstories.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, these guys, you ain't from the streets.
No, you're not from the streets. Most of these motherfuckers are from upper middle class families, and they're in college, and they're like, somebody, the record industry came along and was like, hey guys, do you guys want to sell the idea of doing drugs and killing one another to the black community? And they're like, fuck it, what else do we got going on?
Are we going to make tons of cash?
Yeah.
Yes, but then in the end, no, they don't. I've heard Snoop actually talking about that. Yeah. He's like, we ain't making no money. Yeah. Nobody's making no money. On Spotify, I'm not going to dog on them, but something doesn't seem fair when he said he was streaming like 1 billion listens.
Mm-hmm.
And he only made $45,000 off of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was like, the math ain't mathin'.
No.
And those are his words, I think I'm quoting. He's I should be making millions off of 1 billion streams.
Mm-hmm.
If you're counting it as record sales.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's none of the game's rigged for everybody. They sell you on a dream and they give you, a leftover cow pie as the but it's just the truth of it is all the shit was fake and manufactured and then you get to this and it's like, "Oh, but you can do it too." And it's like that's fake and manufactured too. It's
Yep.
like I tried like hell to get the podcast we're on right now, like we're doing right now, not monetized, but it's what comes before it where they what do you call that?
Partners.
Subscriptions,
Oh,
that's it. To where like I could be like set it up to where it's like, okay, for a dollar a month, I'll give you an extra show and this and this and this. And the amount of people that have to listen for me to get to that was like I had to have 100 people listening consecutively every month, and I had to have a certain amount of hours. I think it was like 3,000 hours of continuous listening. And it's like, who the fuck? Like the majority of people can't do that. We ain't doing that. We're
Nope.
getting 20, 30 people at most. And like, I think the average listening time is 9 hours an episode. So half the people aren't even like listening to an entire show. So it's like, it's an insurmountable mountain of fucking bullshit and dreams while they're making money hand over fist over you. It's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, back to how rap game is fake as well. Like you brought up the fact that what was that show? Cribs.
Yeah.
He's like that's all fake. They rent those cars. They
Oh, yeah.
rent those mansions.
Yes.
And then I was watching something on YouTube earlier, and what was his name? Something Tech 6. I don't know any of these guys, but he was in some financial trouble, and he showed some videos of him holding up big fat stacks of hundreds.
Yeah.
He's like that's all. That's prop money. That's not real. That's fake.
Yeah.
All the jewelry that he said,
Yeah,
that was all loaned to him to make the videos with.
Yeah.
That wasn't his actual stuff. All the, like you said, all the cars, everything. It's all just for show.
It's all horse shit. Like one of the things I learned to do when watching stuff like that is whenever someone's giving you a tour of their mansion or they're sitting in their Bugatti, I got the Bugatti, and it's like I look for personal items.
Yeah.
Like if this man has this $1 million mansion and everything's going good and this is where the magic's happening and he's rubbing his hand, and you look on the walls and there's not a fucking single picture found of him anywhere. There's not a family photo. There's not even a household dog to be spotted. It's like that motherfucker's renting that place. He's paid probably about $10,000 for the day, and they're gonna bounce his ass out of that house. Like just like with the Bugatti, it's like you look in there. There's nothing in like the glove compartment. There's nothing in the center console. He might have his phone charger sitting in there because like everybody has a phone and a phone charger, but there's nothing like clutter. So this dude ain't driving this fucking thing. He ain't using it. It's like, this is all clown bullshit. This is just lies sold to gullible idiots.
All for show. To try to keep up with the appearance that they're doing good, but in reality, everybody is broke.
Yeah.
I saw a snippet of TLC. Remember good old TLC?
Yeah.
T-Bone, Left Eye, and you see.
I don't remember.
Anyway, they were accepting their award. I can't remember what it was. And they were like, yeah, we sold millions of records. Yeah, we're on the number 1 top 10 list of music, but we're broke. And they said this in their acceptance speech. We are broke.
Yeah.
Because basically what Prince and everybody else was talking about the music industry, they give you the money, but you got to pay it back. It's basically a high interest rate predatory loan.
Yeah.
You may get $1 million from the record label to, get your album out, but then you end up having to pay back like $8 million.
Yeah.
After that, just for BS, because everybody's got to take a cut.
Yep. Yeah, it's evil as fuck, man. It's like the current, I don't know if it's an industry anymore, but there was this like micro industry that grew up about 5 years ago, and it was the alpha male industry. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Where it's like it's a bunch of these dudes that are usually pretty fucking fake and lame, and they act like they're the coolest dude in the room and they're the most popular and the most rich. Andrew Tate
That
appeared during
that is who
the
I was
alpha
thinking.
male industry, and they tried to sell like shit to like gullible ass men, young men that did
incel type.
yeah. And it was like, here's how you do this, and here's how you do that, and they charge you for the time. And they did that shit nonstop. They'd rent their cars, they'd rent their mansions, they'd rent their clothes, do a shoot for one day, and then push it online. The rest of the time, they're living in their fucking mom's basement and shit. And like Andrew Tate is the most performative homosexual I've ever seen in my life. Man, that dude is not straight at all. You watch him walk, it is like the most flamboyant of fucking homosexual ostriches on the planet. Like he struts like a chicken. And then you looked at him as like, that dude ain't no fucking alpha male, man. He fucking gets an erection when he takes a shower. He is not a dude that you'd be like, man, that's a real man. Like, and here's the thing is like, I know there's no kids or like young men that would fall victim to that bullshit listing. But if you think about it, it's like your great grandpa did not have that bullshit. He did not have a Bugatti. He didn't have a mansion.
Right.
He didn't have any of that shit. He had a farm, a wife, and he had more kids than he can count. And you tell me he wasn't an alpha male because he didn't sit around smoking cigars and rubbing his nipples in front of a camera? Are you a fucking dork? And then your grandpa, World War II veteran, etc. Yeah. Same situation. Didn't have a Bugatti. Didn't have all that shit. And he wasn't a real man, and you really need this, again, this bald, performative, homosexual motherfucker to get on there and tell you what a real man is? That's pathetic. That you are beyond pathetic if you buy that shit.
Well, I tell you, Tate, what threw me off, and I couldn't put my finger on it, but he was wearing those like loafers shoes with no socks.
Some motherfucking grandma shoes.
That never set right with me. Why aren't you wearing socks with those shoes?
I don't know, man. Like he wore like skinny ass tight like slacks. I wouldn't even call them pants. Now, I hate to get into the dude's fashion, but he dressed like an elderly woman. And I was like, you seriously looking at this motherfucker that is dressed like a grandma and is strutting around? I hate him. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, there for a minute, I thought everybody was picking on him.
Yeah.
Unjustly, but I never did really look too far into what he was selling.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about him other than everybody hated him at one point.
Yeah. Well, he was selling those like self-help alpha male bullshits, just like and again, it turned out he was just being a horrible person and trying to pimp people out and do like human trafficking and shit.
Yeah, that was one of the allegations I heard.
Yeah. And there was another one that was called Wes Watson. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he was hilarious. His downfall was catastrophic, and it was one of the funniest things I've ever watched.
What was his shtick?
He came out of prison.
Oh. And
he was a prison alpha male, you know. He'd get on there and be like, man, it was hard in prison, you know.
So he was a top.
Yeah, well, he was not. As it turned out, he was not. He had a prison wallet and everybody left a deposit at one point. But anyway, he got out, and at first his video started out pretty cool. It was just stories from prison. And you're like, okay, well, this is an interesting new niche of YouTube where, you know, you have these ex-cons, they get on there and they tell their stories, and that's how they try to make a little money. I mean, it's hard for them to get a job. And then it started out, he started being like, yeah, you'll never be an alpha male like me. I'm a prisoner, blah, blah, blah. He started selling like alpha male bullshit too. Well, he gets on this like stage as a whole bunch of the other like manosphere podcasters. And one of them is like the most opposite of like an alpha male stereotype you can get. But he has a wife and kids. He's an average dude. And like Wes Watson starts flipping out and threatening to beat him up and all sorts of stuff because he disagreed with him. And like the guy just, you know, mops the floor with him, makes him look like a bitch. He's like, you rent your girlfriend. You're literally paying a prostitute to pretend to be your wife. And which is true. It all came out, and it was just a downward spiral from there. It's like they looked into everything about Wes Watson, and he rents his mansion, he rents his cars. Again, he does rent prostitutes to pretend to be his girlfriend. And it was like, that is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard in my fucking life, dude. And he
I,
was doing that.
I'd rent a white prostitute to be my wife if we could like file taxes like
Yeah.
as like a married couple. You might get more money back. Like
Yeah. It'll cost you. It'll cost you more.
pump out a couple of kids,
Yeah.
little assets.
But it was like, and he had a type too, which is the most generic like Armenian prostitute you can find, like the black hair, the black eyes, the fake tan. It was like you just switch that. It's a different woman every time. You're just literally paying the prostitute to come and. But he's going back to prison because he assaulted somebody for like pointing him out. And he got his little ass beat. Turns out he was only like 5'6" too, and it was a really funny thing because he's always like, "Dude, I'm over 6 foot." I'll do. And it was like he had platform shoes.
That's how I'd get to 6 foot.
Yeah, but that sort of manosphere stuff is so lame and dumb, but it's so fun to watch whenever like the veil gets pulled back and the curtain drops and there's the Wizard of Oz back there. He's not the great and powerful, he's the short and greasy.
Mm-hmm.
But that sort of stuff happens a lot.
I figured there's always an ulterior motive whenever these guys came out, but I never could put my finger on exactly what they were selling.
Oh, well, number one,
come to my seminar, buy my book. I'm sure there's a book somewhere that somebody wrote.
None of them can write. They're all stupid.
Ghostwriter.
It's always like videos, like performative videos in which they sit in front of their mansion with their hands together, clutched together in the old smiling merchant meme. And they're like, you want to be successful like me? You want to have lots of beautiful women and lots of money? Well, you're going to have to buy my 12 course whatever. And it's like you watch it and it's just him going like, first of all, you gotta stop being a wuss. And they talk down to you and it's like, when are we getting to the point where I make money?
Right.
The key is you don't.
He makes the money.
Yeah, he's made $600 off your gullible ass. That's the pyramid scheme here is, buy my book, and inside the book it says write yourself a book and tell people to buy my book. That's the book.
You just came up with the perfect idea.
Oh yeah, that's not new. That's like an old joke, I think.
Oh, I've never heard anything.
I don't remember the exact joke, but yeah, it's an old thing. It's like, oh, look, give me a minute, I'll think of it, but I can't just sit here in silence while I do it.
But that is a good idea. Just write a book that says, you bought my book, now write your book, make someone else buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, the key to life is you open the book and inside it says write a book that says the key to life, and you sell it to somebody else.
I think it was Spencer's Gifts. They had a book called Understanding Women, or What You Need to Know. Some about women and understanding them. And you open it up and every page is blank.
Uh-huh.
I was like, well, that's a pretty smart idea. All you had to do was design a cover and waste a few bucks on a few pages on the inside.
Yeah.
And you're basically selling the cover.
Every one of those books is just how to keep an idiot busy. And you open it up, it says flip over. And you flip it over, it says flip over again. You flip it over, and you just keep flipping it. Yeah, no, that entire alpha male genre is just a bunch of idiots. Alpha male anything is just Zodiac for dumb men. That's all it is. Like Zodiac for women, where it's like, oh, I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay, I was getting ready to are you talking about Zodiac the signs or?
Yeah, Zodiac the signs. Right. I'm a Sagittarius. I can't do well on Thursdays. It's the same thing, but alpha male and beta male and shit for men is like, I'm an alpha. I can't do this. I'm a beta. You're a beta. You're subprime male. You can't do this. It's like that shit is the Zodiac for gullible idiots. Man, you put some effort into your life and you'll be okay. That's all there is to it.
I do remember reading the horoscopes in the newspaper, which nobody does that anymore. So I wouldn't even know where to go to even check a Zodiac.
I don't know.
Whatever. Like, oh, Taurus, which is what I is.
Yeah.
You will be met with whatever, fill in the blank.
Yeah.
And they make it so broad that it could be anybody reading that and they'll take something from it.
I could actually do that. Would you like me to do a reading for you right now?
Okay, let me guess whether it's a fortune cookie
No.
thing or a zodiac.
All right. Well, what is your sign?
Taurus.
Taurus? Well, the sun will be in Uranus this afternoon, so you'll be in the hot seat. If that happens, can you say I'm wrong? The moon is rotating Uranus. What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't. And I've heard the term retrograde. I don't know what retrograde is.
Mercury is in retrograde.
Well, that's great. Well, how do I make money?
You can't. I will do a zodiac reading for anyone, just so you know, but I charge $9.95 a minute.
Yeah.
And they're going to be the same. I'm going to tell you that the moon is in Uranus. Which will amuse the hell out of me, but it'll probably make you mad.
Like, this is the worst $10 I've ever spent.
So what am I supposed to do? Well, I'd pull it out if I were you. It's a pretty big thing to have in your hand. Get a plunger.
No, I do kind of miss reading the horoscope, so I need to find a website or something.
Yeah.
So I can plan my whole day accordingly.
Well, they were always so vague. It was like, you're a Pisces, avoid confrontation. It's like, well, everyone on the fucking planet tries to avoid confrontation.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's not like anyone's like, dang, I'm an Aries. I need to go out and throw a fucking punch at the first person I see. It's like, no one does that.
I think Weird Al had a horoscope song that was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
Because it was very, very specific things that were never going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But if the horoscopes read like the Weird Al song,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably look more into it.
Yeah. Those and like the tarot cards are always kind of funny too.
Oh, the tarot cards.
Oh no, you've got the Hanged Man upside down. That means 3 weeks of bad luck or whatever. It's like, brother, I will draw it again.
I just watched you shuffle the cards.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's the death card.
Yeah. Here's the death card and the tower's upside down. That means change, I guess.
Or I'm going to die.
Yeah.
We're all going to die.
Yeah. And if it don't happen, what then? Are you going to give me a money back guarantee on this reading? No? Didn't think so.
Is that psychic still in Lone Oak?
Mistress Teresa?
Yeah, Miss Teresa.
I have no idea. The sign's out front, but I've not camped out in front of the place, but I've never seen anyone go in there.
I've never seen anyone ever parked or going in, or I wonder if it's still there. I mean, I've always wondered that. I've been kind of curious, but just like we were talking about people, selling fake items and goods and keeping up a persona.
Yeah.
I figure she was doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like, well, there's no money investment in it. You don't have an expiration date on bullshit. So it's like, why not just stay open? Someone walks in, you made $20. I mean, what's the harm in it? Like, I can bring out D&D dice and be like, yo, if it lands on a 20, you're going to see some shit.
Oh, this don't look good for you.
Oh my God, you rolled a natural 1. Stop hitting yourself. That's the anything between 1 and 20, I don't fucking know, guy. You might but like 1 or a 20, man.
You rolled a 10. You will be torn asunder by a pack of wild orcs.
Yeah. Oh my God. It says here on the confrontation sheet, you're going to fight an ogre today. Best get your shit together.
Here, I got potions for sale behind me for $20 a piece.
Yeah.
This will increase your HP.
Well, this one will heal you Don't that say Diet Sprite? Shut up. Just buy it. It's $50.
Well, Sprite is the cure-all
Uh-huh.
if you have a cold
Yeah. Like I
or just feel shitty.
yeah, stomach aches especially, man. That Sprite for some reason will solve your stomach issues real quick.
I've never tried it for a stomach ache because usually I was drinking too much beer with it.
Yeah. I like that was something my grandma would buy me. Is like she'd be like, "Oh, your tummy's hurting." I'd be like, "Yeah." She'd be like, "I'm gonna go get some Sprite at Pat's." I'd be like, "Rent me Nintendo games while you're there."
Oh yeah, they did do that.
I loved it. Rented Legend of Zelda 2 constantly from that place. Like every time I regretted it, I'd play it for a bit, and I was like, "This is hard."
Never played any of the original Nintendo Zeldas.
Oh, what?
Never. I
Those
was a
are-
Mario guy. The Zeldas when they looked too difficult,
I don't know.
and they weren't they?
No, not really.
I played the later Zelda games. They're a little more tolerable, but
Mm-hmm.
I've watched some other people do the original NES ones, and it just looks. How are you supposed to know to go to that cave or throw a bomb on that certain spot?
Mm-hmm.
I'm never gonna find that out on my own.
That was by design. The point of the game was exploration and trying different things, and you play the flute at the lake, and then the fairy pops out, and you can go down the stairs and crap like that.
That's what I liked about Mario. Point
Yeah.
A to point B. You're at the beginning of the level. Your mission is to get to the end of the level.
Run
There-
right and jump.
Yes, there is no in between.
Yeah.
You have a mission. The exploration of Zelda, even like Breath of the Wild,
Mhm.
never finished it. I'm probably not even a quarter of the way through because my ADD kicks in and I'm like, ooh, look over here, there's something.
I got all the way to the last boss, and I was like, I don't want to beat this.
Well, when you beat it, it's over. Then you're like, well,
Mhm.
now what? Well, now I can actually start to play the game.
Well, the game's technically over for me anyway because I stopped playing it because I didn't want to beat it.
True.
But yeah, it was more of a exploration game rather than a run, right, and jump game. It was a lot of fun. You'd have to discover various things and do various things in the game to unlock the next level. I think 1 through 3 was the easiest levels, and then at 4 you had to really start figuring stuff out.
4. I didn't even know it went up to that.
It goes up to 8.
Oh, geez. I knew there was a bunch of different things for different consoles, but I didn't know it kept going up consecutively with a number.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean I'm talking about levels of Zelda?
Oh, levels.
Yeah, we were talking about Breath of the Wild. That's right. I jumped in talking about Zelda 1 here.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I didn't know they had different levels. I thought it was all just one big map, and then you just had to do things in a certain order.
No, they have dungeons. Yeah, there's levels 1 through 8 as far as dungeons go. But in Breath of the Wild, I got all the way to the last boss, and I was like, I don't want to go in here. I got the Master Sword, and I got the shield and everything, and I was like, I don't want to. I'm done.
I made the mistake of venturing too far off path, and then I wasn't at a high enough level to fight the enemies in that area. Now I couldn't get it back out without dying.
Yeah.
Every time, press start to die, basically. So I just kind of put it down and never went back.
Yeah, it's a tough game, but it's fun. A lot of those, like, I love the Zeldas, but I ain't gonna buy any anymore. Like, I don't really buy any Nintendo games or anything anymore. So
Well, they're not actually real games anymore.
no,
You will own nothing and you will be happy.
that's right.
I saw a video. It was actually kind of funny. It said what a video game store in 2045 was going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was like, hey, I'm feeling nostalgic. And he puts out like one of those codes with the barcode on it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, this has never been, what do you call it? Redeemed. This has never been redeemed.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, that's nice and all, but I was looking for, and he said another game. And then he goes back behind the desk and pulls out air and sits it on the table. Like, this has never been used either.
that just how evil the world is getting. Like, we have went off the rails as far as corporations need to be reined in extremely hard. Like they're talking about, like, they will remove movies and games from your, like, account if they've whipped past a certain point in time. like a couple years even. They're like, oh yeah, you lost the license to that, and it's like, well, but I paid full price for the fucking game, or paid full price for the movie. That should be mine till the end of time. And nah, you just lost the license because we pulled it.
I think Steam was doing that with some adult titles, like those Japanese
Yeah.
adult title games. Like you go in, you would buy it, and then Steam was like, "Oh, it's too graphic," and they just get rid of the game.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't doubt it. Like there's like that. If buying is not owning, then pirating isn't stealing. So you should just pirate anything you want from here on out, in my opinion.
Well, we did do a lot of that.
We did.
We had our friend that was on the cutting edge of all things piracy. When
Yeah.
you could burn DVDs, you could burn CDs, you could burn games.
Yep. He did a lot of that. And we had like almost every Dreamcast game. And by we, I mean everybody but me. But
Did you have a Dreamcast?
I didn't even have a Dreamcast.
I didn't really want one.
I didn't either, man. There's as easy as we say that we had all those games, and it's like playing them is like these are all shitty. None of these are good games.
Like Crazy Taxi. Oh boy.
Oh
Another Sonic title.
yeah, Power Stone. This is fun for about 15 minutes, and now I'm bored with it.
Well, Sega, it seemed like it fell off the face of the earth there for a while. It's like they had all them Sega CDs, Sega 32X, Sega add-on this and add-on that.
Yeah. Oh, they did. They that was one of the things that caused their collapse. Is they had like 3 consoles going at once: the Sega 32X, which was an attachment to the Genesis, and then they had the Sega CD, which was an attachment to the Genesis, and they had the Sega Saturn, which was an individual console,
Oh,
and
I
then
forgot about that one.
and then they added the Dreamcast. So there was like they were all overlapping one another. So it was like, God, what would you like? This isn't one generation. It's like, okay, now it's time to move up to the Saturn. They went Saturn and they went 32X, so back to the Genesis, and then Sega CDs attached to it, which isn't very good. It was just a mess.
And did they ever get into the handheld game? I don't remember.
Game Gear?
Game Gear.
Yeah, that was it was a tiny little screen, but it actually had color and was backlit. I mean, the thing was as big as your arm.
While the Game Boy was still like the green and gray.
Yeah, the brick. They call it the brick.
Uh-huh.
I had the brick, and I loved the brick.
I did too. I ain't gonna lie. I've spent many hours on that.
Yeah, straining my poor eyes to watch myself play Metroid, being like, "Oh, this is great," and it's like I can't see anything.
Shoot, man, I put so many hours in on Tetris that you close your eyes, you see the pieces falling.
Yeah, Tetris was a good game for it because it was kind of simple and you just moved the shapes left and right. And generally, you had to wear like games like Metroid and Mario. It was like, oh, I have to have reaction time with this. And that was like you were just looking at a green and brown blur of poop smeared on your screen and hoping that you were doing whatever was right. It was kind of rough.
I had a Game Boy game that was like a race car game.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of 3D, but not really. So you can just imagine going around a loop.
Yeah,
on the Game Boy, it looked like you just said, a big gray swirling blob of nothing.
Yeah, and those games weren't very complex and weren't very deep, but it was like the graphics were so bad you couldn't tell what was happening anyway.
Right.
So it was like you're never gonna beat the fucking thing. It could be like 2 hours long, and you're never gonna beat it because it's like. I got hit by a smudge on the screen that I assumed was a power up.
Yeah, the Super Mario Land or whatever it was called. That was impossible.
Yeah, I never got past like the 3rd level on that game. I was like, I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Exactly.
And it just grew from there. And now it's like basically those like handhelds are mini televisions with many like consoles in them, and they're great now, but growing up, it wasn't so hot, man. I remember the brick and all the attachments you needed to be able to see the thing and take
the
it.
magnifying glass that went over the Game Boy that had the little light on the side.
Yeah, that. And then there were speakers attachments that came out to it so you could hear the beeps and bloops.
a little better.
Yeah, just a tiny bit better. It was just bing, bang, bang, bang.
Right. What is that? 4-bit?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the Game Boy bit rate was.
It was 8, but it was a 8-bit monochrome. So it
Monochrome.
was just ass. Pure unadulterated ass, and the chips was like now that was where the sound came from, was the chip tune, and that was only like 10 or 14. So there's 14 different noises it can make.
And I love the people that can take those old school 8-bit sounds and make like a big symphonic sounding music piece out of it. It just amazes me.
Yeah, that's a level of dedication to a dead craft that I can't do, because I'm like, well, why bother? You can just do something that has.
It's a novelty just for someone else to go, oh, I appreciate what you did there. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, like the people that program the printers to make music.
Oh, yeah.
That's neat and all, but none of that shit is actually updated. It is like you're using stuff from 1970 to 1980 that hasn't had an application in years. And
I've seen some guys they have TVs and old monitors with a barcode on it. Then they got a barcode scanner. And when they scan one particular barcode on the TV screen, it'll make one certain noise. So they just go around and scan all the TVs at different increments to make their music.
I don't even know what that's called.
It's interesting is all I know.
Yeah.
It's neat. But I don't see a future for these guys in the music industry.
No. Yeah, it's one of those you can, but why would you sort of situations.
Right.
It's neat, but it's honestly like, man, it's not going to go anywhere.
The novelty heavy metal meets Nintendo and Sega music. Have you seen those guys?
Not really.
They just take all the old tunes from your favorite games and they just metal it up. I haven't heard anything about them in 20 years.
No, that's one of those nerd culture things that you're like, ooh, it starts out cool, and then you realize that you're touching poop, and you're really going, oh, the people associated with this I kind of hate, and I don't like to hang out with the nerds associated with it.
When the novelty wears off faster than anything I've ever seen.
Yeah, there was an entire thing where people were playing Castlevania music on real instruments, and I was like, oh, this is neat. I love Castlevania. And it's like, oh, but I don't want to be associated with the people that love Castlevania as much as I do.
Right. Who was that everybody was into? MC Chris?
I guess. Yeah, he was one of those that's like, oh, man, this is poop.
He's all about some nostalgia. He's referencing and name dropping all the stuff that I'm into in the nerd culture.
Yeah.
And he kind of faded away pretty quick, too.
Yeah, there's only so many times I want to hear about playing Super Mario Brothers, man. Can we sing about something else? There's more emotions than member berries, you know?
Sing a song about Boba Fett.
Yeah, Boba Fett, and I ride a jet. Oh, yeah, it's real fucking cool. God, I hate myself. I hate listening to this.
I think he should have stuck with doing the voiceovers for Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And
yeah. Well, there's only so many times he could be written into it, but that show died too. That's kind of sad to be like, man. But then it was like, man, I was watching that in the tail end of high school. So yeah, I guess this is 20 years. It's about time for it to fucking die.
It ran its course, a show about nothing. It was like Seinfeld. It was a show about nothing.
Yeah, it lasted a long time, but
it ran its course.
Man, I just, again, touching the poop. I don't want to touch the poop no more. I don't want, like, Star Wars. I used to love that way back when we were in high school and stuff. Now I'm like, I don't want to be associated with Star Wars people because they've turned it into a religion. I don't want to be associated with those dorks that dress up as like Darth whatever. And all that shit is stupid. You are all horrible people. Take a bath. Get some help.
It was one movie that I cared for. It was The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, that was the cool one.
Yeah, and that wasn't even directed by what's his name, George Lucas. It wasn't even directed by him. Somebody else did it.
You realize that Star Wars was successful despite him, not because of him. Once you realize that, like, the next 3 movies, the prequels, were all written and controlled by him, and they were the most boring, fucking bland, like, color by numbers, dumb shit you've ever seen in your life. And then you're like, man, I'm so glad that they told him to piss up or open climate with his lips whenever he was like, you know who Jabba the Hutt needs to be? A 4 foot tall black man. You're like, no, stop it. C3PO will be an elderly Jewish man. And you're like, oh, well, you almost got him. I mean, he was almost there. He just had bad ideas.
Yeah. And the people that came after that, that was right, J.J. Abrams, I think it was, that was writing the, like, 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, I don't.
Or he did the one in the middle, or I can't ever remember which one he did. And I don't care to follow anything else.
I watched the very first of the new movies where Hey Would You Blow Me or whatever her fucking name is like she's suddenly good at the Force just because she woke up one day. I was like, this is stupid. I hate it.
I mastered the Force, and I don't even know what it is.
I'm a Jedi.
No, you're not.
No, you are a self-insert, and you are horrible. And it's like the entire plot of those movies were so bad. I watched that, and I was like, this was just A New Hope, but bad.
Basically, being a Jedi is having a blood disorder.
Yeah. It's racial supremacy. That's all being a Jedi is now. Back in the day, it was like, okay, anyone on the planet, anyone in the galaxy could technically train to be a Jedi. All they need to do is focus and learn how to sense the Force with somebody and guide them through it. Like, Luke was just a dude that popped off a few shots with a fucking blaster once or twice, and they're like, yo, you need to go meet Obi-Wan and get trained to be a Jedi. And that was how he became a Jedi. And then the prequel showed up, and it was like, oh no, it is because you're racially superior to everyone else.
It's the midichlorians in your blood. So a high midichlorian blood count is your Force sensitivity rating, essentially. Yeah.
And if you look at it, all of Yoda's people, and due to that little Grogu or whatever the fuck that frog is on The Mandalorian, he's also ultra good with the Force. So it is literally, do you have racial superior blood in your veins related to this Yoda creature thing? If so, you get to be a Jedi. Everyone else, you get to be stabbed by a sword because you're a fucking extra. Get ready to die, idiot.
You shall kneel to the Empire.
Yeah, it was goofy. The whole thing's goofy. I hate Star Wars. I hate Star Wars fans. I hate it.
I will go on the record. I only like Empire Strikes Back.
I was a person who loved the Star Wars so much that I played Star Wars Galaxies on PC, the MMO, and I played it religiously, and I loved every minute of it. And it was like, it had nothing to do with being a Jedi or any of that crap. It was, you were a person in the world of Star Wars, and you do whatever you wanted. You could I built a shop, and I sold weapons, and I was also a commando for the Empire, and it was a lot of fun. And then they introduced Jedi, and it just completely destroyed the entire game.
So all you see is just everybody swinging lightsabers around, jumping around.
Everything became a Brandenburg, Germany rave where everyone's swinging light sticks around 24/7 and nothing's getting done. It was the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. And then it was like, it started out where it was like you had to do, everyone could be a Jedi, but you had to find a holocron and learn how to be a Jedi. It was like, okay, that's cool. But that ruined the game itself because everyone stopped being shopkeepers, everyone stopped being entertainers and doctors and all this stuff. And they all went on holocron hunts. And that's the only thing that mattered. And the entire game was based on this support system, this economy in the game.
Yeah.
Where it was like, okay, the weaponsmiths provide weapons for the conflict. The armor smiths provide armor. The doctors fix up people after they've been shot in the head, and the entertainers get rid of their mind poison or something like that, where you get injuries and you need downtime. It was basically simulating PTSD.
Oh.
And it was an entire system. It was awesome because you would go to Tatooine and go to the cantina to go see the dancers and musicians because that's how you cured your PTSD. And then you go to the doctor to get healed for your wounds, and cities were alive. Everything was alive. And then they released the Jedi shit, and the cities just became ghost towns because everyone was gone out hunting holocrons. And you couldn't get healed, you couldn't get helped, you couldn't. It was just ass, and that was the worst thing they ever did. They should have just left Jedi the fuck out of it because they ruin everything they touch. It is the worst part of Star Wars.
Just have a Jedi only game, like separate from the economy from that particular game.
They couldn't because everyone would want to play that, and that's what they did.
Yeah.
You'd stop playing your main character, you'd play your Jedi character nonstop. And then they introduced it where you could, like, if you're a bounty hunter, you could get Jedi bounties if they were too obvious. And it was kind of neat because you'd see people's names appear on the board and you get a bounty for them. And you'd send up a little droid up and on the planet and scan the planet and it'd tell if they were there or not. And then you go and hunt them down. And, like, I was a commando bounty hunter for a while. And man, like, commandos were the shit because you had a flamethrower. And they can't reflect flames. So yeah, I'd show up, pop off my speeder, and just hose them down with fire and instantly kill them and collect the bounty. And if a Jedi died, the Jedi was gone.
What?
Yeah, it was a permadeath system. You went back to being a regular person.
Oh man, how
So,
many people did you piss
I
off?
made a lot of people mad. They run into their house and hide and be like, I'm not coming out. And I'd be like, good news. This detonator's coming in. I threw a detonator in there because I was an Imperial commando. So I was working for the Empire. So it was feast for days. All Jedi open season. It was great.
So was there like a proximity chat thing going on?
Oh yeah. There was like you could type in global chat and local chat and all sorts of stuff.
That sounds like they had a good thing going.
They did, and they ruined it. And then they introduced space too, which was cool because then you had to fly from planet to planet.
Right.
And it was so much fun because I had an Imperial TIE destroyer and I'd fly that thing around and I had it all geared out. Like I spent millions of credits building this ship because I had them because I was killing Jedi and I'd collect the Imperial bounty and it was like, dang, this is good money. Plus I was selling weapons on the side, so I was making a lot of money there. So I had a multiplayer ship and it had a turret on top and a turret on bottom and they were anti-matter turrets, not just blaster turrets. So they'd hit a ship and go through the shield and the armor at the same time. It's just do. I just delete everyone's ships that they came after me. I got quite a bit of a reputation in the game as like this ultimate commando bounty hunter. Everyone had to watch out for.
What was your screen name?
I don't remember. It was something goofy.
It was like, oh no, here comes
Yeah.
Sergeant Giggle Mittens.
Well, they'd see my guild, which was called TIE, which is the Imperial Executioners or whatever it was. They'd be like, tie in Naboo. And it'd be me and 2 or 3 friends hunting Jedi. It'd be great. The good old days. But they ruined the game by releasing Jedi, and Jedi suck. And that was an old story from 2003.
Really? That old?
Yeah, it was old. Like, yeah, I was playing at my first duty station. I go to work, and as soon as work got out, I go Jedi hunting in Star Wars Galaxies.
Oh, because there's a guy on YouTube that he was doing some DCU online commentary, and then also he would do that Star Wars game commentary as well.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that both of those games are as old as they are.
Yeah, they're old. Then Star Wars Galaxies was older than them. So this is ancient. Yeah, this is 2003, 2004.
I've stopped playing my DCU
I have.
online.
I stopped doing it too. I got tired of it.
Oh well.
It is what it is. But we're at the hour mark. This seems like a good place to stop. We're starting to get into stuff probably no one cares about. You play the video games?
I played the video game.
I like to play them too. Well, we're gonna stretch our breath. We're gonna stretch our legs, take a breath. We're gonna stretch our breath and take a leg.
We're gonna take a break, goddick.
We'll see you when we come back. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye.
slow under the arcade glow. Your jacket on a seat and that old song low. Your eyes say stay, like the rain on glass. I trace the lines where the seconds pass. Hold me close, let the night lean in. We can burn so slow, let it start again. Midnight neon tape, play it back, play it back. Midnight neon tape, we were made for that. Hold me in the frame, hold me in the fade. Midnight neon tape, say my name, say my name. Your hand in mine on the dashboard chrome. We turn nowhere fast, but it feels like home. The moon hangs high like a silver wire. You bite your lip and the dark is brighter. Hold me close, let the night lean in. We can burn so slow, let it start again. Midnight neon tape, play it back, play it back. Midnight neon tape, we were made for that. Hold me in the frame, hold me in the frame. Midnight neon tape, say my name, say my name. If this fades out, let it fade on gold. Keep one warm spot for the stories told. Midnight neon tape, play it back, play it back. Midnight neon tape, we were made for that. Hold me in the frame, hold me in the frame. Midnight neon tape, say my name, say my name.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Brookport Best Friends Podcast.
Trying out the new voice.
Yeah, that's what I get for when I lean forward and my big fat gut crushes my lungs and I get. Well, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the break, and we're ready for hour two. We hope. We got a case of the itis. I'm ready to go to bed.
I'm on my second coffee. The first one hadn't kicked in yet.
Oh no, I went in your bathroom and all the life left me.
My soul is in there.
I flushed part of my heart down the toilet, and now I'm ready for a nap.
Nap time.
Yeah, well, yeah. We talked a little bit about this and that, and the second half of the show, I think we'll talk about nature.
Nature called.
Yeah, nature called.
You answered.
And one of our friends had a birthday this weekend, or a birthday celebration, and I was a bit of a bitch, and I did not go because it was out in the woods about 40 minutes, and then it was 45 or 50-minute drive to the place, and then it was another 15-minute walk into the place, and I was like, man, I get out of breath rolling over in bed. I'm not sure I can make that. And I felt horrible because I wanted to go, but I literally had to have a come to Jesus of myself. And I was like, you are going to fucking die. You can't go to that.
Well, that's no way to think about nature. You're supposed to get out there and enjoy. And
Yeah. Well, I do my walk every morning, but that's always like, well, it's a mile round trip. And it's safe because I'm like, oh, I can see my house from here. So, I start having a heart attack or whatever. It's a shimmy to my address, and I have my phone on me, and like if I went to this like birthday thing, I was like, man, I don't have a clue where I'm at.
you've been to Bell Smith. I can't say it. Bell Smith Springs. That's too many L's and
Yeah,
THs.
once in my life.
I've been twice. I can't really say much. I've been
Mhm.
twice. But yes, it is basically out in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah,
north of Metropolis.
yeah,
Brookport adjacent, north about 45 minutes. 30 minutes. I don't know. It's up there.
yeah.
And we had a good time when we went out that first time, but you almost passed out or got dehydrated.
Yeah,
on us.
I got horribly dehydrated and didn't even know it till I got in my truck and was getting ready to leave. Or it might have been my car. I might have had the Focus at the time, but
Yeah. I just remember you, like, somebody offered you some green tea, and you're like, no, that'll dehydrate me even more.
yeah. Like I got back, we hiked to the woods and went like a mile and a half into the woods to see a waterfall.
Trickle.
There wasn't a fucking waterfall. And at one point I was just like, God, just lay me in the creek and float me back. I'm dying. And then I got back, and the first thing I did was there's like a not a hydrant, but like a, what do you call that? A spigot.
Mm-hmm.
And I just turned that thing on. I did not care from whence the water was flowing. I just cared that it was flowing. I stuck my face under it and started chugging. It probably was like the sewer water, for all I know. I was so hot and overheated and like dehydrated. I was like, I don't care. It's water. I don't care.
Well, it has been like 100 degrees this past week, so I
Yeah.
can kind of see not wanting to get out there, out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's hot, and we're no spring chickens anymore.
No, and that was when I was fresh out of the military where I was used to bullshit like that. Now I'm 46 and like the mailbox is sometimes too far of a trip for me to go because of how hot and shit it is.
You know, I see guys out on my route on their golf cart
Yeah.
just to check the mail, and I get it now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I get it.
Like I have to work up the bravery and like check the thermometer and make sure that the weather is good. And I even put my phone in my pocket just in case an accident happens. And my driveway is roughly 25 feet. So just imagine hiking into the woods for like 2 miles. I'd be like, friends, you're going to have to eat me. There's no escape from this place. Just put me on my back like Yoda and drag my ass through the woods, whatever you got to do. And I don't think there's very many people who could do that because I'm not a small boy anymore. So,
Well, I remember the first time we also went to that Bell Smith. I got pinched. I was in, I was in the creek or whatever, and then I was like, "Oh, this is nice. It takes the heat away a little bit." So
Yeah.
I'm laying there down in the creek, and all of a sudden, my big toe, I feel this pinch. I was like, "That does it."
yeah,
That I don't know what's in here, crawdad, crawfish, whatever.
yeah.
But no, I don't want no part of that.
I laid down where there was like a little current and there was a stone and the water was flowing over these rocks where I could see the bottom and make sure it was like, and I just laid there like I had died and let the water wash over me. And I was like, I know better than get into the water where I cannot see the bottom
Mm-hmm.
because there may be a snake or a crawdad or worse, a snapping turtle that's going to find one of my toes appealing. And I just laid in that thing. It was just like, man, I can't get hydrated. I can't get cooled down. I'm in danger. Danger.
Well, you never know what's out there. It's better, I guess, to avoid the danger
Mm-hmm.
than get on in it. Like, well, it doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. You're like, yeah, but
You ain't reached 40 years old, my friend. You saying that dumb shit.
I mean, even Bell Smith has claimed not a life, but it claimed an evening of a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his wife were out hiking, got lost, and they had to spend the night out in the woods.
Oh no.
And I was like, how'd you do that? And he's like, well, we got off trail and everything, the trees start looking exactly the same after
Yeah.
a while. I think he found a road the next morning. They started hiking early to get out of there. Found a
Oh.
road, flagged somebody down, and they drove him back to where he was riding his motorcycle at the time.
Oh man, that's a
So, yeah.
that's a level of exhaustion I can imagine it, because again I did the military thing, but it was like willingly getting into those situations again. It's like what in the hell's wrong with you? There ain't no way in hell I'm gonna do that.
But when he wasn't prepared, he had his motorcycle. So I'm assuming the only thing he took into the woods with him
Mm-hmm.
was his wife
Yeah.
and his motorcycle key, and that is it.
Yeah. No.
No food, no water. Hopefully they had plenty of cigarettes.
Yeah. No. Hell no.
So that means he had a lighter. So he could have made a fire,
Mm-hmm.
essentially, but that's it. That's all he could do.
No. Like I have a hiking stick I take with me when I go on my walk, and it's a tactical walking stick. The top has a compass, and each segment of this walking stick has a different survival device in it. Like I can take it apart, unscrew it, and then I have like a flint and tinder in one, and then I have a knife in other, and I have a harpoon in another one, and I have fishing line and all sorts of stuff, and that's just to walk down the road. It's like I cannot imagine going. You know what? All I need is a smile and a can-do attitude to survive this, because it's like I can't. Nope.
Is there a hibachi chef to go along with you
No.
to make you little chicken and steak tender?
I tried to smash him into that section of the stick, and he just fell apart.
I
so-
mean, that's where your food would be coming in. I took a hike on the north-south trail in Land Between the Lakes,
Mhm.
and it was at least 20 miles, I think, what we
Oh.
did, or something close.
Holy crap!
We started in Tennessee, and we walked north up into the Kentucky side. And let me tell you what, I will never be doing that again.
No.
That first day killed me. The second day, everybody was miles ahead of me. I'm like, I'm catching up, guys.
Yeah.
I'll be there eventually. They're like, you okay? I was like, well, problem is one of my I got hip issues. One of
Mhm.
my legs is longer than the other, and I kind of walk funny,
Mhm.
and my hip starts hurting.
Mhm.
And I had just bought some brand new Walmart hiking shoes.
Oh, you ain't broke them in.
Ain't broke them in
Oh,
yet. So
man.
new shoes on uneven terrain, very rocky, very hilly, a lot of horse paths,
Mhm.
and it just walking with your feet inverted and sideways all the time.
Mhm.
Man, never again.
No.
Maybe 5 miles, but not no 20.
Man, 5 miles seems like a challenge to me. Even like with my hips and my knees and my feet messed up, I walk like a damn duck already. It's like but like it's hard to come to terms with this. Like that's just not possible. It's not feasible no more. And I bought like a bunch of camping gear and stuff because I was like, I'm free. I can do what I want. I'm gonna buy a cot tent. I'm gonna do all this stuff. I'm gonna go camp in like fall. And every time I'm like, well, it's fall. I'm like, man, it is a challenge walking up the street. What am I going to do? I'm just going to sit out there in the cold or the heat and then the cold. And I'm going to be like, what in the freaking hell am I doing with my life right now?
I don't know. The glamping became a thing, and then I was like, well, posers.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like, that is the way to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I need to camp. Roughing It is a 5-star hotel for me from here on out. So I don't know if y'all hey man, celebrate my birthday by hiking into the Grand Canyon. I'm gonna be like, well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to watch you on TV when they helicopter your ass out. 'Cause I'm not going.
On my birthday, it's like, where do you want to go eat that you haven't been to in a while? That's
Mhm.
usually my birthday thing.
Yeah.
Something, steakhouse related.
Yeah, well, that's usually my birthday. Well, I'm a creature of habit. I pick the same places every time because that's like, oh, I like this. This is relaxing. It's familiar. Like the idea of doing something new is exciting when you're young, but it's like, man, I really don't want to hassle What if they have weird customs? What if I've got to put on a weird dress shirt or something like? Man, well, just let me wear my stupid Ren and Stimpy T-shirt and have a steak dinner. It's my birthday, man.
Yeah, we did go to a restaurant where you had to wear a polo.
Yeah,
At-
I
at
actually
least.
planned for that, and I loved it actually.
And then our friend was in a sleeveless T-shirt,
Mhm.
and they're like, "No, none,
Yeah.
none of that.
Yeah,
Keep the riffraff out of here."
and I was like, "What did you think it meant when I said we're going to eat at the yacht club? Does that imply, Chuck E. Cheese? What? Yacht club? People who own boats. There's a little bit of class there. They have money to waste."
Uh-huh, uh-huh. And I deliver there all the time.
Man, that was probably one of the best steaks I've ever had. It was I wish that they would. It was like on a resort, so you had to be at the resort to eat there. If they said, "Yo, you can come here and eat," I'd probably eat there about once a month. It was that good.
Shout out to Green Turtle Bay.
Yeah, that
It-
shit was good.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot what the dessert was. I had some sort of like pie, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is good." Maybe it was a carrot cake. I had something that was good, and it was good.
Either or, it's something that I would like to be a part of on the regular.
Yeah, and if you want a sponsorship here, you can sponsor us and give us a steak dinner. I'll shout you out once a month.
I was delivering there the other day, and I was asking them like, "Hey, what kind of specials you got going on?"
Mm-hmm.
And they got like have rent 2 nights, get the 3rd night free.
Mm. Well, that ain't so bad of a deal, but man, the only thing I will say about that place is that bed was hard. Again, a 5-star hotel, I'm roughing it. So it's like, yo, if this isn't a feather down mattress and I feel a pee underneath of it, the princess is going to the fuck to the house. That's what's happening. My back can't handle this roughing it stuff no more. But the beds are very like hard. At least the one I had, I felt. And that kind of, I woke up at like midnight, or I gave up sleeping at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I was like, I'm going home. And I went home.
Well, they all can't be. What kind of mattress do you have, first of all? You personally?
I have a regular mattress, and then I have a foam topper on top of it. And
There
on
it
top
is.
of that, I have a feather topper on top of it.
So you have 2 toppers.
Yeah, and a mattress.
Gotcha.
It has to be soft. Like I hurt like rolling over, like on any, like if it's solid in any give and my bones don't just like go with me. You know,
Right.
they meet something stopping them from progressing. It's like I've been punched, so it hurts.
I have slept in a chair before.
Oh, I've tried a bunch.
Now that ended up making my legs go numb the
Mhm.
morning after, because I guess something was pinching in my back, and
Mm-hmm.
then my legs got numb.
I slept in my truck. Excuse me, all this talk of sleep makes me want to go to sleep.
Oh yeah.
I would sleep in my truck at work, and I'd have the those neck pillows. It was like a little horse harness you put
Mhm.
around yourself, and I could generally sleep for about an hour in that because I'm not rolling around, and I'm just basically at an angle backwards, and I could sleep pretty well. But I'd always wake up with a start and be like, "Where in the hell am I?" But I can't sleep in a chair, can't sleep upright.
Well, I learned how to sleep in a van.
Mm.
Not the WIS van,
Mm-hmm.
but when I drove for the VA,
Yeah.
some of them guys would have dialysis, and there's 4 hours to kill.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, nap time.
Oh
Getting
man, I'd have
paid to sleep.
I'd have put the back seats down and just laid flat.
I would lay my seat back as far as it would go. I had a blanket. I had a pillow.
Oh.
I thought about getting a blow-up air mattress.
Oh yeah, that's where it would be at right there.
But the problem is the back of the van had like a little angled spot. And I figured that would be kind of
Yeah. Put your feet in that.
iffy. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Yeah, like I have to have complete comfort or I'm gonna be angry and not get any sleep. Like even when we went to Holiday World and we stayed in that little cabin.
Yeah.
That I was like, this is the hardest bed I've ever slept on in my life. This is like a rock. I hate it.
Well, the inflatable mattress that I had was quite good.
I wish I would have brought my inflatable mattress at that time. I'd have probably slept good. But that fucking mattress I had at that place, I was like, man, I could literally probably like cut meat on this because it's a cutting board. It
Yeah.
was that hard. It sucked.
Well, they're trying to cut corners any way they can, and
Yeah, of
they're not
course.
splurging on the mattress.
No. That's probably why I had such a miserable time that second day, because I had not slept, and I was just like, I just want to go home. Let's just go home.
Do you remember the name of the place we went to?
No.
Because it was something house.
Oh, that was I don't remember. I do remember that we kept repeating that.
Yeah, and tried to make it into like one of those college, like raunchy comedy movies.
Yeah.
Such and such house.
Yeah.
Like Revenge of the Nerds style.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Those were neat little cabins. It was a nice little place, but man, that bed. Grandpa don't like a hard bed. Grandpa don't like any bed but his own bed. You ought to go camping with us. Oh yeah, I was camping, sleeping in my bed because that's all I care about.
As long as there's a camper with my particular mattress in it.
I want to buy a camper, and then like I will be like, yo, I'm going to buy a specific bed that I know I can sleep in and put that in there.
Mhm.
Then I'd be like, I want to camp all the time, but like every time I rent a place or like sleep in a tent, it's always like, holy shit, I am in pain. I hurt. I'm dirty. I have to poop, and I'm scared.
Well, see, I got a hammock tent.
Uh-huh.
So there's really nothing you're laying on. You're just suspended.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never slept that way before. So I don't know how I would even fare.
Yeah, really?
Whenever we went and did that north-south trail hike,
Mm-hmm.
my friend essentially laid on a tarp on the ground.
Oh, how?
And I had a small tent, and the other two guys, they had the hammock tents.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as the first guy set his up and laid down in it, immediately he was out.
Exhaustion will do that.
He was done. I said, "Wow, the hammock tent looks pretty comfy if he's asleep that fast."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he again did a forced march of 20 miles that day too. So it's probably that was one of the things in the military is like you could sleep anywhere if you just got off of a march. It was like,
yeah.
brother, I was asleep before I even hit the ground half the time. It was like, man, this rucksack looks like the softest bed I've ever had in my life. I'm out. Goodbye.
Yeah, I've seen a picture of a Marine that was using the curb as a pillow.
Yeah.
And
You
the-
get
and
like
then
that.
the caption was like, "Yeah, they can sleep anywhere."
Yeah. Half the time, those guys are crawling up underneath their Humvees to sleep. So it's like, man, the ground's the softest option. What you've got, sleep anywhere, man. Yeah, but I couldn't do that. Like those again, we do like training exercises and stuff in Warrior Week, and again, yeah, the moment they said lights out, I was like, well, that's not a suggestion. Being awake was the suggestion. I just someone wake me 3 hours later. Hey, it's your watch. Fuck.
Well, the camping thing also, I've had friends ask me to go to music festivals that's more than one day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
There's
know.
nothing about that sounds
I don't
appealing.
want to. No, I do want to see the bands. I do want to enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
But the camping out there for 2 nights,
No,
I'm not so sure.
no, man. Again, I've turned quite soft in my old age, but like, I don't. The idea of going to a concert that's like 4 hours long is even like, man, I'm gonna be hurting the whole time. The whole time I'll be there, I'll be like, I don't care what song's next. The only song I want to hear is the sound of this engine taking me home. And then like a 2-day concert, I'd be like, I'm ready to fight. I'm gonna hurt somebody. Someone's taking me home one way or another.
Well, I mean, it looks fun, but miserable at the same time.
Mm-hmm. There's no band that I want to. I know we've talked about bands before, but man, there's just no band that like calls out to me like I have to go see this. Nobody, no, nothing.
I can't think of any. Well, Rage Against the Machine, yeah. If you would have asked me 20 years ago, I'd be like, I would have given my left leg
Mm-hmm.
to see him. But now it's like, I don't Who cares?
No, they're as old as I am. They're older than I am because they were playing music when I was in high school. So it's like these old motherfuckers up here are going to break a hip walking on stage. So the show is going to be them up and down, never side to side, basically. They're officially Christian rock at this point, but they're going to be like, fart you, I won't do what you tell me. Fart you, I won't do what you tell me.
They are the machine now.
Yeah. Well, who are you raging against? You've been the machine for 20 years, bud.
$500 to $1,000 for a ticket.
Yeah, I ain't paying that. Nah, I'm good.
You're the machine.
Nah, but those festivals again, like, just imagine like day one. At the end of the day, you smell like a bag of assholes, and like you're tired, and you're gonna be like, where do you shower? Where do you poop?
That's when you need one of those tour bus size campers.
Mm-hmm.
Them huge Winnebagos.
Oh yeah, that would be okay. Where it'd be like if I had a camper to where it was like, okay, well that's enough of this horse shit for today. I'm going to the camper. I go in there, I get a shower, I sit on the recliner, and I kick back and I open the window, and technically I'm still at the concert. And I can lean over and look out the window, and there they are bouncing around. Ain't that cute?
It's 105 out there. I remember Ozfest being just absolute hell.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It was so hot. Whatever degree burns on my nose from just being out baking in the sun on the asphalt all day.
Yes. And then like there's nowhere to get water. It was hell. I can't, like, young me could handle that. Old me is like, you best call the ambulance. I haven't had a sip of water in probably an hour, and I'm dehydrated, and I'm cranky, and I'm seeing things, and ain't none of this I like.
Shoot, even for work, I stock up on water like I'm going to be taking a trek through the Mojave Desert.
Mm-hmm.
I fill up like 3 plastic bottles plus my big Yeti, and then when I get to work I grab 2 more bottles from them, so I got like 5 bottles plus a big cup.
Yeah, like I don't leave my house and I drink a bottle of water an hour almost. I'm chugging that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like but that being, again, if I had a camper and it was like, then like I'm just tired, I'm going to the camper. Okay, but you're gonna miss so and so. I ain't gonna miss them. I don't give a fuck about them. I'm going to the camper.
Not so much missing.
Here's what I'll do. I'll get on the YouTube and listen to the songs they're playing. It'll be like I'm at the concert right now. But that'd be all right. A little camper, a little bedroom, and go back there, and I can sip on water, and I have my blankie, and I won't if I need a nap. But other than that, laying on the tent floor and hot, sweaty ass wherever, and listening to a bunch of morons in the tent over get high. That sounds about as fun as, a proctology exam with the man with the biggest hands on the planet. No, I'm good.
Man, they were talking about that. I think a friend of ours was saying the tent over, they wanted to party up until like 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, dude, we gotta get up early and get our spot for whoever the next day. Plus, you got to worry about getting your breakfast or food ready for the next day. And these jackrabbits next door are just snorting crank all night long and just won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's like, man, you did not need to travel 200 miles to a concert to smoke yourself retarded. You could have done that in your living room. You do that in your living room. Just turn on the damn stereo like you always do and pretend you're at an ICP concert.
And they could have saved themselves like $500.
Yeah, you paid like $500, $600 to replicate being in a trap house. You dumb SOBs, just stay the fuck at home.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you also have to pay the like lot fee from where you're going to camp on top of the ticket price.
No.
It seems like they're pricing you out of trying to enjoy something outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're trying to drive the elements out of the concert that they don't want at the elements, which is those people right there that spend all their time being high as fuck in the tent next door. And
like those people aren't going to Coachella.
No.
That's thousands and thousands of dollars if you want to do that.
Yeah. And those people aren't going to buy merchandise. Those people aren't going to buy concessions. They're going to sit high as fuck in their tent, stumble out into the concert about 2 hours a day, and they're going to talk about how great it was, even though they don't remember it. I was there, dude. Yeah, technically, yeah, you were there.
I think people die every year at that Coachella.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want that in my obituary.
No.
Died at a concert because he freaked out on mushrooms, ran out into the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
I think somebody did that one time. Not at Coachella. They were just high on mushrooms out in the desert, and they were trying to commune with an animal that ended up mauling them to death. Like, oh, pretty. I don't even know what's a desert predator, like a wolf or a
I don't know.
coyote. I don't know what's out there, but they ended up getting mauled to death by something.
Like every year when we used to have the gathering of the Juggalos up there, and I think it was Anna or something like that, like 6 to 8 people would die every year at the gathering.
There was a big. They had it in Missouri this year. I think there was a bunch of people that got busted with like tons of drugs.
Yeah.
No, tons. Actual.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Over 2,000 pounds worth of drugs were seized.
But like at the gathering here in Illinois, like they had the place where they had it had a pond, like in the center where they were having the concert at, and people would fucking drown in this pond every year. Like they'd stumble in high and drunk, and they drowned. And it was the same pond that half the concert was peeing in. Ew. So it was like you literally drowned in a puddle of clown piss. Your obituary is going to read drowned in clown pee. Like, did you not think maybe I need to rethink my life. I'm going to drown in clown pee at the gathering of the Juggalos.
You drink a little bit of it, like tastes like Faygo and piss.
Man, this tastes like trailer trash. I know what this is pee. Oh man, and you just like, man, I'm gonna take up breathing clown pee at the concert because I love the ICP so much. And then we had to fish him out of the clown piss puddle. Poor man, Ice Recca 289 died in a puddle of clown pee.
They were saying the same thing about Woodstock whenever they were throwing, I think it was 94?
Uh-huh.
They started having all them mud fights, like everybody was throwing the mud.
Oh, yeah. It was the overflow from the set. Oh, yeah.
All the porta potties were like 5 foot high above the seat with shit and paper and everything. So everybody starts pissing and shitting out on the lawn. Mm-hmm. And then it, I guess, rained.
Yeah.
And so all that rain with the piss and the shit mixed in with the mud, and then everybody starts rolling around in it and throwing it at each other.
Uh-huh.
And no wonder fucking Green Day got so mad.
Yeah. Like, that happened, and then the one in the 60s had the same thing happen, I think.
Well, how many restrooms do you think they were prepared to?
I don't. Man, like, that's what I always say about, like, the boomers and the people that are always, like, talking shit about the younger generation, how stupid they are and how lazy they are. It's like, man, you guys literally spent an entire summer hiding from the Vietnam draft, playing in pee at Woodstock, and you got the audacity to shit talk all of us with our decisions?
Playing in pee.
You were literally sliding in doo-doo at Woodstock.
Yeah, because you got to realize thousands of people, you got to shit at least once a day, and piss maybe 5-6 times a day, depending on how much water you drink.
Yeah, the logistics ain't there.
And they weren't expecting that many people at the original 69 Woodstock.
No.
They were just a bunch of gate crashers. They were like, dude, we don't have money, so we're just going to, like, come in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the logistics wasn't there, and the new Woodstock's logistics wasn't there. Just like, these places are horrible.
And the new Woodstocks, they started setting everything on fire.
Mm-hmm.
The peace, love, make love, not war, hippy dippy bullshit from the 60s didn't translate well into the 90s.
No.
I think it was 99s when they had the, what did we used to call it? The roughneck hokey pokey. It was like Limp Bizkit, Korn, Rage, like all them like hard angsty bands.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, everybody's gonna be like, let's just set everything on fire.
Yeah. I well, I guess that's what you should plan accordingly when you advertise the non-conformity, burn it all down generation, and you say, "Hey, we should all gather up in the same spot," and not have enough water, not have enough toilets and everything.
Or like $10 for a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Just price gouging out the ass. I always thought that was some bullshit. Whenever you go to a concert and it's like $5 to $8 beers, like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, guys. I know you make that swill for like 20 cents.
Yep. You look at like the stadiums too, and most of the sports stadiums is like the large pours into the medium beer. So it's like it's the same beer, you're just paying like $2 more for the size of the cup, and the cup ain't that bigger because it's just taller. It's actually narrower, but it's taller.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Somebody did that with a 2 different restaurant cups.
Mm-hmm.
They poured it in there. Like, look, same, it fits.
Yeah, it's the same damn drink. It's the same damn size. You're just getting bilked. There's so much bullshit like that should be illegal that isn't. That's like anti-consumer and anti all sorts of stuff.
And my mom always asks for light ice in her drink.
Light ice.
Light on the ice.
Oh, okay.
So that you actually get more fluid than just,
Uh,
they fill up the whole cup
yeah.
with ice, and then maybe you get 4 or 5 ounces of soda or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
which is already 1 cent an ounce, probably
Yeah.
less than that.
It's a bag of syrup in the back. That's all it
And
is.
carbonated water.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you're in. That's all the money that they're in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically they could give it away for free and still be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but those concerts, they rip you off. You get a bottle of water, and it's a bottle of Dasani, and you're paying $15 for a bottle of Dasani. That's like, it's 1 quart at most, or what's less, 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounces, or whatever.
Yeah, it's
Ripping you off.
tell you what else is ripping off
Mhm.
is the concerts that have posters to go along with the tour.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy was talking about that the last time we went to see a show. He's like, I want to get one of these limited edition posters because apparently they resell online for quite a bit of money.
Mhm.
So he gets up to the merch booth, and there's the special limited edition poster. I think it was like $300.
Holy shit.
So everybody knows that everybody is reselling it online, so they
Mhm.
jack up their prices accordingly.
Yep.
Same with bourbon.
Yeah.
They're doing the same with bourbon. Because of the black market resale, you can't buy it at a store
Mm-hmm.
that is not in a state that has a price cap on it. Like, it is illegal in certain states to jack the price up. It's got to be whatever it is, MSRP. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, you go to Kentucky, some of that bourbon, like $200-$300 a bottle, which they should be charging 20 to 30.
Yeah. It's all like wag the dog bullshit. Like they're creating the market for it that doesn't exist. Like I don't understand why you would like collect bourbon bottles or bourbon to begin with, or anything that is a consumable. It's like, man, your investment you can accidentally drink up one night when you're really drunk and you're like, man, time to crack that sumbitch open.
Yeah, we've done that numerous times.
Yeah.
This gal I knew had like a $200 bottle of something or other,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Do you want to try it?" I was like, "Yeah."
And there goes all your investment right there.
So that $200 or $300 bottle lasted maybe an hour.
Yeah, the moment air touches it, the value's gone because it's now starting to turn to vinegar or whatever, I guess. I think that's with wine. But anyway, yeah, it's like you have one bad bender and you've drank up $3,000-$4,000. It's like, man, this is dumb. Just like with Pokemon cards, like that collectible thing. It's like, why are you paying $300-$400 for a holographic Charizard or whatever it is, when your kid can literally stuff it in his mouth And there it goes. Goodbye.
Yeah, I have heard that particular one is worth quite a bit of money.
Yeah, I don't know. I know nothing about Pokemon. That was after my time.
Right.
And it's like I never understood why people were paying so much money for these different cards. And it's like, man, the game is played that you have to have a certain card to win, then it's kind of a fucked and rigged game to begin with, because you're not going to be able to afford that card. So why are you playing?
The scarcity of the card, I believe, is what drove the price up on that one.
Yeah.
But as far as like its ability in game play, I don't know that it was any better than, let's say, a Jigglypuff or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know my Pokemon.
I've got a level 12 nutsack. How much is that one worth? He choose you. Pikachu, please don't sue.
Okay.
I don't get those things. And Yu-Gi-Oh too is another one of those. It's like, blue-eyed white supremacist. I choose you.
I didn't even know what Yu-Gi-Oh was.
I don't either.
Oh, I know it's a
It was
card
a cartoon. I saw the cartoon come out where the goofy little bastard in BDSM gear throws cards onto a table and has a battle. And I was like, what in the fuck am I looking at? Why is this kid wearing a dog collar and like his grandpa's watching in the background like excited as fuck? I was like, what in the hell am I looking at? Exodia, the Forbidden One. He's a gimp. He free the gimp.
And then there was Digimon.
Yeah, that one was just Pokemon, but something else, I guess. I don't know.
Digital monsters.
They're all fucking digital monsters. They're on computer.
Yeah, so like if you had a Digimon, was it also a card game too?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And then there was Magic the Gathering, and
we had some friends into that.
yeah, I played once, and I ruined date night with
What? Oh, set the scene for ruining date night on this one.
So when I lived here in Brookport, over there on Georgia Street, I had a temporary roommate. His name was Kevin, and he had a girlfriend. I don't remember her name, but she was kind of weird and crazy. And I came in one night from work, and Kevin was sitting there, and he had Magic the Gathering out. And I was like, oh, shit, I've never played this. This looks cool. And he was teaching his girlfriend to play. And I was like, oh, I'd like to learn to play, too. So he's like, okay. He talked like that. He's like, okay, you can play this deck. And I guess he didn't think that I'd pick up on it quick, or I'd lose real quick and not want to play. And I looked over the deck, and I didn't understand a fucking thing of it. Other than, like, you play the card, and you have to have a certain amount of cards of a special kind to tap in order to use the card. And I was like, oh, all these are, like, he gave me a white deck or something like that. It was like a bunch of knights and angels and stuff. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I can dig this. And, like, the first game I played against his girlfriend, and she was learning too. And I just completely stomped her. And it was completely by accident. I threw an angel with a giant shield out, and that was my main card. And it had, like, 12 health or something like that. I don't know, man. It's fucking, Magic the Gathering. And I kept healing it over and over again because I had a spell called Heal. And I had another character that I'd throw out there, and he would revive any dead monster. So the moment that angel died, I'd revive it. And I killed her, and she threw a fit. Like, she started crying, and she looked at me, she's like, you ruined date night, and took off running. I'm like, I looked at Kevin, and I was like, what? What are you? I ruined date night. We just played the card game. What's going on here? I don't know. She's mad. We can't play anymore. And I was like, okay, I guess. And that's how I ruined date night.
Oh, man.
Winning my first and only Magic the Gathering game.
And that ruined me from it ever since.
Yeah. Which I thought it was fun. I was like, this isn't a bad little game. And then I was like, well, how much would it cost to get into this? And I was looking, it was like $300 and $400 for like a set to actually be able to play what I wanted to. I was like, no, you were mistaken. These are paper cardboard cards, and I know that the moment I get mad, I'm gonna rip one of these up. That would be the end of my deck. So no, we will not be doing that.
Problem is, card games, board games, video games, no matter what it is, you have this uncanny knack to always come out on top, and not always just on top, but like way above on top. When we would play, what was that, like Risk
Godstorm? I loved Godstorm.
My God. You would conquer within 5 to 10 minutes. I was like, how did you progress that fast? Like, I would be just getting ready to set up, like, oh, I'm going to get him now. And like, all of a sudden, like, bam. You're dead.
You and CW playing was like a lot of fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
For you, yeah, because you were winning all the time by a landslide.
It wasn't a lie. I just knew how the game worked. I understood the mechanics from like, it's a strategy game. So it's like, I understand that certain things have to happen in a strategy game. And it's applicable to every strategy game. And like, I'd go through and read the rules. Like in Risk Godstorm, if I capture all of a certain continent, I get a bonus. So that would be what I'd focus on. Like, I'd always pick Germania and just conquer all of it. Cause then I'd start getting a bonus to armies. And then I'd be like, okay, I look at the cards and I'm like, okay, this Shield of Aegis like blocks everything. And this Book of the Dead makes me revive all my armies every turn. So why the hell wouldn't I go for those every time? So that's what I did. Although it was the Tree of Life revived every army, every turn at the end of the turn. I was like, oh my God, that is godly. That is the one I want. So I get the Tree of Life as soon as possible.
You have no idea how many times I wanted to flip that thing over, like, screw this, I'm out.
Risk is like that for everybody. Is you either winning good or you losing good. Because you could still lose the rolls. Like, even in battles, I'd lose the rolls and be like, well, I just lost half of my armies right there. But then I'd be like, well, strategically, at the next turn, at the next temple, I'm going to have 400 armies suddenly appear. And then they're going to start marching right back across Germania. So I'm going to win either way.
But I think the problem was that you also knew the game to the point where you knew what other players would do, I feel. So you would set up for what you thought we were going to do, and then just mop the floor.
Oh, no, I knew that, like, well, people are pretty easy to read like that a lot of the times. Like, new players are pretty chaotic. They don't know what they're doing, and they're throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks.
Yeah.
Like, a strategic player will be like, oh, this person's a little bit harder because they have a winning strategy, and they're going to eventually evolve into a way to combat my strategy. And that's the fun of strategy games. And it's like, usually, like, you and CW quit before you develop the strategy, and that was the problem. You got to keep losing until you win. A victory's one win after 3,000 losses.
Yeah. Now, that was my grandmother Kennedy. We would play checkers all the time, and she would let me win until that one day when I got old enough.
And then it was time to wipe the floor with you.
Then she showed me how ruthless she really was.
Yep.
And that's when I learned, like, oh, this stuff ain't free. You gotta earn it now.
Oh yeah. Like, I played checkers in grade school every day after school against this kid named Micah, and me and him would get down there and play because they had like a carpet checkerboard, which is sort of bigger, and we had big and we'd play every day after school. I was like, I love checkers. I love playing. Me and him would go back and forth. Sometimes I'd win, sometimes he'd win, and it was a lot of fun. And like, I just like strategy games. I like them a lot.
My brothers got two younger daughters, and they're wanting to get into Monopoly. And I was like, oh boy, here we go.
I'd like to play Monopoly with people.
Uncle Brad's going to bust out his Star Wars Monopoly board, and I am going to teach these girls the meaning of lose.
Yeah.
This is how you lose.
Welcome to Thunderdome. But most people play Monopoly wrong. Did you know that? Like, a lot of people don't know the rules of Monopoly.
What is one of the rules? Because I thought it was pretty straightforward, cut and dry.
No, the rule is if someone lands on a property, they can buy it, or if they choose not to buy it, it goes up for bid to the highest bidder. All people on the board can bid on this property.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do that.
Right.
And another one is a lot of people think free parking means you get the pot of gold in the middle. That ain't true. That's just a spot you get to park at. There is no pot of gold. The bank collects and don't give out for free.
Right.
And another one was once all the houses and hotels are gone, you don't create new hotels and houses out of different things. You have to like wait for someone to sell off those properties and bid on the house so you can build it somewhere else, or they're just gone. And that a lot of people don't know those rules.
And the only reason I know that is because recently on YouTube,
Yeah.
once again,
I watched it too, I bet.
Oh, did you? The
Yeah.
professional Monopoly League?
Uh-uh.
These guys were dressed up in like suits and tuxedos,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a guy that would move the pieces for you. It was like the World Series of Poker, but for Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, gentleman rolled a 13." And he'd get up and he'd move it, and he'd be like, "You landed on Illinois Avenue. Would you like to purchase?"
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of wave their hand, and then they would write their bids if they wanted to bid on it on a piece of paper, and he would look at all of them like, "Number 3, you are the winner." And he would. I mean, it was very professional, like. And I watched about 30 minutes of it out of a 2-hour-long video,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I get the gist.
Yeah.
You guys are trying to be funny and serious at the same time.
Mhm.
I get it. And 30 minutes about all I had in me.
Yeah, no, I watched a guy do a short video on like the rules, the unknown rules of Monopoly, and most people play wrong.
Right.
And like that one, and players are not allowed to give out loans to other players. Only the bank can give out a loan. And they have to set a certain amount of time before it has to be paid back with interest. And that makes the game go a lot faster because you get down to like $10 and you're like, man, I'm done. I'm out of money. And you're like, I can take out a loan with the bank, but I have 5 turns to pay it back. And that's going to be, I'm going to have to pay it back at, whatever I took out plus $20. And it like makes the game go a lot faster. It's a lot more realistic too.
Well, thank God my friend Silverstein over there, he said he'd give me a loan.
Yeah.
I trust him.
Yeah. It'll just cost you your house and just a little bit more. But no, that I started out playing strategy games a long time ago when I was a kid, and I fell in love with them. Like I loved Warcraft, and I played Warhammer, and I played Warhammer Tabletop, and those are games where it's like the rule is as big as the Encyclopedia Britannica. And it's like, holy shit, I have to memorize my army rules. I have to memorize, measurements. It's pretty in-depth, but it's a lot of fun at the same time. It don't look like fun because everyone's serious business and they're doing long division and algebra all the time. But it is fun. It's like, oh, I can move up my swordsman 3 inches, but that doesn't count as a charge. That's a movement phase. Now I can go into shooting phase because my rifleman, it's like you do that. It's like, oh, this is 8 inches for a rifleman shot, but the player is 7.5 inches and he has cover. So he'll miss. I don't want to use that. It's really in depth. I like those kind of things where it's like, I need to know stuff.
Too immersive. I need something easy. Get in, get out, have fun, quick.
Yeah.
Like D&D, I could never get into that because it seemed like there was too much lore, too much.
I love D&D.
After watching these, whatever Adventurous, I can't remember the name of them. The guys on YouTube that have those Klutzy the Clown video shorts. Like I like watching them do that kind of stuff, but like it seems like too much backstory and lore. How do you even roll the dice? I don't understand.
Oh, you start out with a D20, which is your 2 hit dice, and you'll have a bonus or a negative to hit. And like if you're having like a longsword, it's a +3 to hit. So if you roll a 10 and you add 3 onto it, that's a 13. But then their armor takes away from your ability to hit. So if you have heavy armor, like plate mail, it's a -8 to hit.
You see where I'm getting at? Just
Yeah.
give me some real quick checkers.
Yeah.
Crap, even chess.
Yeah.
I got beaten 2 moves or 3.
Yeah. I've been beat that fast too, but I played chess for a lot too. I can't tell you what moves are, and I do rapid fire chaos sort of playing where I'm just like, this looks good, that looks good. Horseman, go here.
Yeah.
It's like people are like, what in the hell are you doing?
He's up and over, right? He's up and over. Let's do that.
He makes an L shape. And the little house flies across the room. It's great. And then the board follows if I don't like what I just did.
Yeah, I almost did that after the beat by 2 moves.
Yeah.
I said, how, no, that ain't right. He said, yeah,
Checkmate.
you screwed up. Aw.
Yeah, that was an old gambit. Some people, you move one of the pawns 1 pace, and then you move a second pawn 2 places on the next move, and then you can move your bishop out to the corner. And if that person has mirrored your move, you've checkmated them because the bishop puts the king in check, and there's nowhere on the board the king can move to because you have to move the king, and that's a checkmate.
Yeah,
Those are good. That's a good one. But most advanced chess players won't fall for it. They'll instantly see what you're doing, and they'll be like, "Well, I'm not just not going to mimic what you're doing." That's what happened.
now they got what was it? That Deep Blue was the supercomputer that was supposedly better than the best chess grandmasters.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a mathematical equation, the game is. So it's like, of course the computer is going to be better.
now do they have computer assistance that you could do for some of these, like Risk or Magic or any board games like that help you out?
Yeah.
I might be more inclined.
I don't know about Magic, but Risk is a very simple game to begin with. It's like,
I just need some help. I just need some help.
You have an army of 5 versus an army of 1. That means you have 5 dice to their 1. You're probably going to win. If you have an army of 1 versus 1, you have a 50-50 chance to win.
I have a problem with seeing the big picture.
Yeah. That's strategy. Tactics is small. Strategy is big. Grand strategy is super big. I love grand strategy. That's the one where I play a nation and I'm going against the entire world. It's a lot of fun. I play this game called Crusader Kings. This might as well just be called the Games Podcast for this, because all I've done is talk about games.
We started out with nature and went into video games again.
Yeah, but the Crusader Kings I love because that is, you are playing a family and you are trying to take over a nation and then take over the world. I love that one. That one I play for hours and hours and hours and hours. Like I start out as a not even a bishop. What is below, like
Cardinal?
A baron.
Oh,
A barony, which is the prince of a county. And that's the smallest denomination of noble you can be. I start out as that. And I usually pick England because it's sort of an isolated area. And you can't, the French can invade, but they have to cross the English Channel. And that's a problem that I don't like. So I start out as the barony of over there by Wales or something. And by turn 100, I'm the King of England. And now I take over Scotland and Ireland. And now I'm the Emperor of Britannia. And then I move on to conquer all of Europe. It's a lot of fun.
Britannia. I've heard that word being thrown about a lot in the anime. But was that an actual thing like they were trying to do?
I don't know. It was the old world. It was the old Roman word for England before it was English.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was I didn't know anything about it. I just thought, well, that sounds like it should be a thing, but I'm not 100% on it.
The original occupants of England was the Britons. And the Romans knew of them as the Brittany, and that entire area became the Britannia. And that's why Germania was the land of the Germans. Britannia is the land of the Britons. And that's the naming convention of Latin, basically, is this place is this plus Anya. And that's how they name places.
We are the Brookportanians.
Yeah, the Brookportians.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
And the Paducians, and it's carried over for a long time, but that was the old Latin way of naming areas. And even then, like with the Germanians, Germany, that wasn't what they were called. That wasn't their names. It was the Ione and the Suebi and stuff like that.
Well, they had different tribes and stuff.
Yeah, but the only contact that the Romans had with the Germans was their warriors, their barbarian warriors and stuff. And a part of their the culture of the Germanic warrior was that where was I fucking going with this?
What is the Germanic warrior doing?
The Germanic warrior, they referred to themselves. The name they called themselves was the Hermans. That's it, because Herman is a
Herman?
it's German for warrior, or old like ancient German for warrior.
Oh,
So the Latins, the Italian, or the Romans, is what only knew of the people north of the or east of the Rhine as Hermans, which, you know, Latin don't have too many hers, so it was like German, and it became those are the German people, the Hermans.
paging Mr. Herman.
Mr.
Herman. Who's gonna get that reference?
Big top Pee-wee. Hey there, Pee-wee. But anyway, that was a long-winded history lesson of why Germania is called Germany. Yeah.
And okay, all right. Yeah, I was just curious about the Britannia thing. I didn't know if it was a just made up thing for anime or not. That I
No.
don't watch. I never watched anime. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it was
Never seen an episode of anything in my life.
that was a real place called Brittany or Bretonia, and then like you look at on the coast of France, there's actually still a Brittany to this day because of it, and that was the same tribe that was in England at the time, then Bretonia, and they're just like, well, that's the land of the Brittanies, the little one, the Brittanies.
I guess that's where the name Brittany came from then?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Hey, Brittany.
Brittany.
Did you ever know any really cool Brittany's?
I don't remember any Brittany's, period, really. Where did all the Heathers go? That's
Yeah, where's Heather at?
Heather disappeared.
I don't see a lot of Leslie's either.
Nope. Stacy took the fuck off too. Where'd Stacy go? Ain't no Stacy's, ain't no Leslie's, ain't no Heathers, no Brittany's. Where they with the feathered hair, with the Aquanet, so went the Brittany's. they feathered off into the feather of history. They're gone. Yeah, where did they all go? They all changed their name to something else. What would they? I don't know. Karen. They're nothing but Karens now. That's where all the Karens came from.
I feel bad for anybody named Karen now that that has become a thing.
Yeah.
And like, what name did they associate with the male equivalent?
I don't know.
Is it a Chad?
No, Chad is the stereotype of the big handsome guy that's everyone likes. So the I guess I don't know. That's a good question.
Because I've seen the meme of the big jaw guy with the beard and everything, and I always thought that was
No, that's Chad.
that's a Chad.
No, Chad. Yeah, that's Chad. Karen is like the fucking comb over hair, and I want to speak to your manager.
The flock of seagulls comb over, and the may I speak to your manager tone.
Yeah, and some horrible sunglasses, and the vague shape of a potato. Dog's barking. Who is it?
I don't know. They're doing construction outside, and school is going on.
Oh yeah, we're back to school.
Back to school. Last episode, did you listen to it?
Yeah, I hope
About
you
going
did.
back to school.
You need to go back and listen to it. Listen to the hospital horror stories too. Because guess what time it is?
What time it
It
is?
is time to wrap her up. Wrap her up and hit the sack. So yeah, we spoke 2 hours about this and that. And it's time to take her home. So I guess we will see you next week. We hope you enjoyed.
Later.
Bye. Have a good day.
Brookport best friends from Brookport, Illinois. Gonna talk about some stuff and make a lot of noise. We may be funny, we may be rude, but we got the right attitude. Gonna talk about a lot of crap. Hope we make you laugh and clap.